Hello, Miss Angela Bassett.
Hello there.
Welcome to the mainstream.
Thank you so much.
First of all, I have absolutely loved seeing your career, and I most recently saw #1 on the call sheet, where we really got to dive deep into the incredible roles you played. So for you, when you're given a script, what are you looking for to give you that yes? And especially in this film as well, what made you want to be a part of the Mission Impossible experience?
I think, every project has its, its own intrigue about it, But when Mission, iconic franchise, Tom Cruise heads it, films all over the world, women are at the forefront of kicking butt,
Yes.
and having agency, that big word. And so I couldn't say no. I had so much going for it. It was an offer I literally would not refuse.
Well, Simon, of course, you've had the pleasure of starring in 6 Mission Impossible films. Woo-hoo! So what's been the best part of your Mission Impossible legacy?
The best part has been the personal interaction, right from the beginning with Tom and Ving, and then, when Rebecca joined, and then, Henry on Fallout, and then our amazing cast for Dead Reckoning, The Final Reckoning, particularly these last 2, because it's been such a journey. It's just been a combination of the friends that I've made and the places that I've been.
Yeah, I mean, Ethan and Benji have a bromance, but you and Tom also have a bromance.
We certainly do.
What's the best thing about your friendship with Tom?
It's lovely to have, it's lovely to know Tom as a human being.
Yeah.
Very few people do, because Tom Cruise is a thing, he's a brand, and we get to see Tom just be a person. Mm-hmm. And you feel like lucky sometimes, because you're in on the fact that he's just a person.
Yeah.
He's not a Superman, which he kind of allows people perfectly welcome to believe that, but he's also just a guy. And he's a very generous and sweet guy.
And very funny, too.
Very funny guy, yeah.
Well, Tarzan, for you as well. This is actually your 3rd film working with Tom Cruise.
Mm-hmm. Casual.
Who is, of course, one of the Hollywood greats.
Yeah.
So have you learned anything from him? Have you ever leaned on him for advice or anything like that?
Yeah, one of the things I always ask him is how to become a movie star.
Are you serious?
Hell yeah. I have the biggest movie star right here. You think I'm not about to ask how to become a movie star? That would be idiotic for me not to ask it. Yeah, and he always, he gives the advice, and it's a journey that I must take and develop on my own. But I plan on applying everything that he's taught me and becoming the next movie star.
Go on, give us one of the tips he gave you.
Oh,
is that too
no,
much?
No. It's the one thing I also learned about Tom. He's very sharing. He's very open to sharing, knowledge and stuff. So if you ask him, he'll tell you himself. But it's really just about, you aren't anything unless the fans enjoy what you're doing. So it's all about keeping the audience first, understanding that you're putting the product out there for them and not for yourself, and being gracious and kind.
Yeah, one thing that I've seen watching Tarzan over this time with Tom is he is so generous and gracious and polite, and he gives people time. And that's regardless of what department they work for, how many times he sees them or interacts with them. He is the same person to all people. I've witnessed that. And it doesn't go unnoticed. And that builds a reputation, and that's important.
But we can't forget you, Pom, because you two, this press run, I am loving it. The fits together, the photos, all that kind of stuff.
Right?
And if anyone online hasn't seen Au revoir, Chris Hemsworth.
Thank you.
I'm so glad you're bringing it up.
Thank
Sometimes
you.
we bring it up, we're like, we shouldn't be talking about this, but thank you.
We need to
Watch it, guys. It's my 3rd pinned video on Instagram.
We need more of this. So do you two have any plans of continuing to work together? Would you like to work together
We were just
more?
talking about that, actually.
Yeah, we would love to,
We'd love to
actually.
make a
We're going to
comedy
make an
together.
announcement. We'd like to do a comedy together.
So if you're out there, writer or director,
Yes, please. I would love that so much. And of course, Simon, you brought so much comedic elements to this film, as expected.
A lot of emotion, too.
this time, yeah.
Very much so. And of course, you've had an incredible career. You're flying the flag for us Brits throughout the series.
Thank you.
So what would your top tip be to anyone here in the UK that wants to make it in Hollywood and in the mainstream?
I guess, you've always got to chase after what you want. You can't expect it to come to you. Although, having said that, this came to me via a phone call from J.J.
Yeah,
Abrams.
but it came to you because you're amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
It's not like, random,
Yeah, I mean, chase. I know it sounds corny, but chase your dreams. Always go look for them. Don't kind of think they'll fall in your lap, because they won't.
Yeah, definitely. Pom, yourself, do you have any top tips for the mainstream?
Yeah. Follow your gut.
Oh.
Yeah, that's a big one.
Yeah.
If you're not really feeling something, you shouldn't do it. And also when you're acting, it's just like, just following your impulse. Usually it's a good idea,
Yeah, I would say that in order to succeed, you have to bring everyone with you. And so the people that you are, the kind of client on your way up, and if you're kind of stepping on people on the way up, you don't know who you're suddenly going to meet at the top or who you're going to meet on your way down. And it really, it's about the ensemble, it's about the collective, and again, reputation is forged with every choice that you make, every decision of to be kind or to behave professionally, and that says as much about you as your own value system and what you care about in the world.
Yeah.
So be kind, work hard, and be nice to people.
Oh my gosh, take care of you, right? Always take care of you physically, emotionally, spiritually. Take care of yourself. Yeah.
Beautifully
That's
said.
the best place to start.
Definitely. And was there ever a piece of advice that you have been given in your career that you've leaned on and you can share with us as well?
Money ain't everything, but it's right up there with oxygen.
Message?
And you can't dance to every record. Not every one. So wait for your jam. One that really gets you going. Groove.
Oh, yes, I love that. We got to shimmy to that one. So what has been the highlight of your Mission Impossible journey?
Oh, I think, let's see, what's been the highlight? Being asked to return,
Yes.
After fallout and a little global pandemic, but, it was not the end of seeing Erica Sloan. So that was wonderful. Filming with some, just incredible actors and spending time with them, from Janet McTeer to, oh my gosh, Nick Offerman and all Henry Cersei, all around the table, and Tom Cruise.
Yes.
And then while we're filming, his birthday falls within the filming, and then getting to celebrate him and just put on your dancing shoes and have a good old time.
Oh, was you cutting up the floor with Tom?
A little bit.
I love that. I would like to see that as well.
He has great music at this party, so
Good.
you can hardly help yourself.
Pom, you're no stranger to action and fantasy and all these amazing genres of films, but do you prefer being a villain or the good guy?
Oh my God, I don't have a preference. It's just, for me, it's about the director,
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah,
that
it's
makes
about
sense.
the director and the vision, and then, any character can be interesting.
I like that. I like that a lot.
But it's nice to be able to do both. It's like yin and yang, and,
And
You're both in these films.
literally, I was going to say, you do it very well,
Yeah.
which we love. But Hayley in particular, this is not new to you. You're an action queen. You've got a lot of stuff going on. I like that.
Okay.
So, what's one thing you wish someone had told you about preparing for a film like this and doing stunts?
Oh my goodness. Well, probably how addictive it is. They didn't need to necessarily tell me, because quickly I just found that with times when I would not do the training or sort of would have a holiday from it, I'd really miss it, because I love the byproducts of this kind of healthy life, the endorphins I got from it, better sleep, it regulated my nervous system, it sort of made me feel like I was thinking more clearly, and that's just because everything was I had less brain fog. I had brain frog.
Brain
I had a
frog.
brain frog, and training really helped excavate the amphibian living inside my brain.
Rivet.
And here he is, right beside me.
Rivet.
I literally said, this is impossible several times watching this film. So were there any moments in the film, like, for example, stunts that Tom Cruise pulled off that made you think, this is impossible?
Listen, just him running across the bridge, I was like, that is impossible. He is running so fast and so far and not slowing down a bit. Okay, then just take it on up from there. Yeah, and it just gets more and more and more. Yeah,
Literally,
impossible.
Every day, I mean, these films are such a challenge. There's always a Mission Impossible running alongside the Mission Impossible,
Yeah.
and that Mission Impossible is making these films. You know?
Yeah, but I mean, like, you know, you see like big fight scenes or big stunt scenes are really difficult to shoot.
Yeah.
But even like dialogue scenes or like close-ups or everything, it's just so technical.
Yeah.
And, you know, they take so much time to make the camera movement dynamic. And that is just, it takes time to get it right, you know, because everyone has to be in sync with the performance, the movement of the camera. That's why it's so beautifully shot too. It's never like a boring shot, like boom, boom, boom. It's always interesting and always gives power to the character, you know?
Amazing.
So it's, it takes many takes to get that right, you know?
I think every day feels sort of impossible in the unpredictability of it, but also by the time we'd been working on it for 5 years now, I think you get the sense that everything they work it out as they go along, and you have the film that's the testament to that.
Yeah. Agreed.
Amazing,
Agreed.
amazing. Well, of course, the entity trying to destroy mankind, that definitely put in perspective. The AI is really taking over. So I want to know, have you guys started using AI and what do you use it for? For example, when no one's online on WhatsApp, I chat to Meta AI.
Oh no,
To what?
do
To
you?
who?
What is this?
So there's a new section on WhatsApp where you can talk to AI and you could just chat.
What? You have a conversation?
I can ask questions and it always responds really politely. And I'm just chatting.
Oh no, what are you saying? What
Be like, you know, if there's something, like I went to yoga the other day and I was like, hey, I went to yoga, like what benefits is it going to have for me? And it was like, this and this.
Way.
Try it.
No.
That's wild.
This is okay. So, you might be a little bit lonely. I get it. No, I've never used any of the AI things. I don't understand how it is, and I think this is showing like my age.
Well, I think for me, I need human contact. I'm a tactile person, and I need affection, and I need to give it.
Yeah.
And I need to see eyes
And touch.
and
If
body
you-
language,
yes.
and also this, I heard someone the other day is just saying that if you can go to these virtual, you know, for advice and for help and all that stuff, or like, you know, the answers to questions, but it's not nourishment. It's not the comfort and also suspended amount of time with a person that you love when you get the feel of that person in terms of being able to sit there in silence, for example. Just human contact for me is so important. And also I need to, when I'm acting, I want to be acting opposite another human being. And that's how I feel like I'm connected and I'm relating to what's happening around me. So I'm not into it.
I talked to someone recently, I think Alexa, who was doing Alexa, and she said, I had to put that in the box and send it back and get a different Alexa because she got rude. I was like, what? Alexa was rude, just talking all kinds of disrespectful to herself.
Imagine.
Yeah. But, you know, if I, you know, have a little, you know, if I have to say no to someone about something and I want to do it in the most diplomatic,
You know, sort of way.
I may, you know, go to Perplexity, which is another like AI thing.
Really?
You know, and ask. And sometimes it doesn't say it any better than I would.
Fair enough, fair enough.
Any more diplomatic than I would.
Siri and Alexa are apparently dating.
What?
Yeah, I read it on the thing.
That makes sense.
Yeah, it was seen out at some club.
It's very Romeo and Juliet. Like they shouldn't, but they have to.
They shouldn't, but they do. It's very. I
They
mean,
do
it's
it in secret.
it's a big scandal.
Well, of course, again, in this film, there have been a lot of difficult decisions to be made. I won't test you too hard, but would you rather a Zoom call or a phone call?
A phone call.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I'm not good with the FaceTime and the this, that, and the other. You know, you just feel like you got to be ready. You got to have on makeup. You got to have great lighting, you know.
Zoom.
A phone call.
I hate the phone.
Yeah.
think it's got
Sometimes
something
I
to do
call
with it.
him. He's like, "Is there anything wrong?" I'm like, no, I just want to chat. What the hell? No, I love listening to the voice because you know, in when you do text, you lose so much emotion.
Yeah.
And sometimes you can interpret things the wrong way.
That's what
and
emojis are for.
Yeah, but
They're
it's not
really
enough.
they're
It's not
necessary.
But
enough.
there's some emojis.
And you can also hide behind texting. When with a voice, it's just the truth is coming out. You know, it's like harder to lie.
I would say phone call because Zoom calls become so distracting because I can always see my own face. And I know that you have the option not to, but I would always want to. So I'm always going to be willfully distracted by what what the other people can see. So I'm not really present on a Zoom call.
See, that's a loaded question. Can we say like FaceTime or a phone call?
That was one of the options. We can swap it in.
All right, let's swap it in. I like FaceTime. I FaceTime everybody. I prefer to do that. Yeah, because I guess that's like me seeing you. Like talking on the phone, it's only when it's like something quick and we have to talk, or if I don't have like good Wi-Fi. Okay. I like FaceTime.
No warning, no nothing, just FaceTime.
No, I'm FaceTiming you. You don't matter.
Ready.
Yeah, you just better be ready. You look, don't take the phone to the bathroom because I'm FaceTiming you. You know what I mean? You better keep that in the living room and call me
Are you
back.
good at, do you know sort of where to angle it and what things?
Yeah,
You're
yeah.
not, like,
I know.
Giving
I know.
someone
I know
your
my
nostrils.
I do know my angle. And it's crazy because this arm is strong as hell because I just been holding the phone in the right light for so long.
Okay, for you. Phone or text?
Phone.
Do you still want to talk? Even if it's a quick one, it could have been a text.
No, quick one. I'm gonna do text, but I love talking on the phone.
Okay.
And just like really connect emotionally.
Zoom or text?
Text.
I mean, it depends who. If I don't know the person, I'd rather just like text.
I sometimes get what I call pomelanches, which is when if I'm texting with Pom about something, and then like if I have to go like put my phone down and I don't reply, then you send like about 10, like
Really?
yeah, like I'm ignoring you, but I'm not. I remember we were having a conversation once that I was with Tilly doing something, and we were talking about something serious, I think, like something to do with work. And then I think you said something, and I think you got worried that I hadn't replied for a reason. And I came back to my phone. It was like a library of like, hey, are you there? What's wrong?
Wait, was it when we were fighting or something?
No, it wasn't one of our fights.
You fight?
Oh, yeah.
It happens. We've worked together for like 5 years.
Okay.
Like most of the time, no, but it happens. Like sometimes like,
We're like family.
A phone call or a voice note, if it's just a quick one.
A phone call or a voice note? Phone call.
Still.
I wouldn't mind doing. I technically, I am voice texting, voice noting, or whatever you want to call it, when I least expect it.
Oh.
But when I'm trying to do that, like when I'm driving, I can't figure out what I'm supposed to push. It's supposed to be the microphone. I don't know if I'm supposed to keep it depressed while I'm doing it, or just hit it once, or whatever. But I'll look down and I have to delete so much verbiage.
So it's probably quicker to call then.
Yeah, it is quicker to call. It's quicker to call.
Or, okay, a phone call or text.
I like a text.
Okay.
I like a text because I can reread, think about it. But, and I can put a little sweet on it or whatever.
Yeah.
But you gotta watch those texts because you never know how it's going to be received.
Very true.
So you gotta put in your little emoji smiling, because you don't know. I don't know your mindset, your perspective. You might have attitude that day.
True.
And you receive it with attitude, and that's not what I meant.
Very true.
That's not
Very
how I
true.
meant it.
Yeah, voice notes
I
are
like
good.
voice notes
That
too.
was my next question. Text
Yeah.
or voice note.
Yeah, voice. I have a problem. I think I like to see people's faces. The phone stresses me, and I don't know why. And I think maybe because you don't have we speak with our expressions as well, and our visual language. We pick up on micro expressions, and without that, I feel a little bit. So I would always prefer a text, but a voice note is good because then you don't have to have any conversation.
That's true. That's no back and forth.
Yeah.
I'm saying what I need to say.
And it saves all the of texting.
Okay. Voice note or face to face?
Face to face.
Oh, face to face, of course.
Face to face. Face to face.
Of course. Look at these gorgeous faces. Well, thank you so much for giving me your time and this face-to-face action.
There we go. This is so much better than you being on a virtual thing, goddamn.
I agree.
Exactly.
Let's let them know that we should never do virtual again.
We should. I'm saying auditions, interviews, movies. Do it in theaters.
I'm just so glad you are getting your flowers.
Thank you.
Because you deserve it all.
Thank you.
And congratulations on an incredible Mission Impossible film.
Thank you so much.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. Have
Thank
a good
you.
day.